Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Geek Authority Show. I'm your host, Lorenzo Marchessi, and this is a show where I get to interview all kinds of fun people, be they actors, writers, producers, directors, publicists, cosplayers, you name it. Today, we have something really, really exciting, really new. It's my special guest, Christian Meoli, who basically runs this company called Cinelounge, and pretty much has kind of evolved during this pandemic to basically help our entertainment needs, which is kind of exciting because it's a retro back to the 40s and 50s, which is how we used to view movies before the big theater houses that we have now in complexes. So welcome, Christian. Thank you for doing this.
Hey, thanks, Lorenzo. Pleasure to be here.
Cool. So tell us a little bit about Cinelounge, and then we'll go into a little bit of your background.
Sure. Cinelounge is a home between theater. Cinelounge is a bridge between home and theater entertainment. That's how I started the company 10 years ago. I opened up an independent cinema in Hollywood, and I became dedicated to showing new films 7 nights a week. And the films that I was screening were day and date films. And as you would see it, within the last 10 years, the industry is going into that direction of films that you can see at home and in theaters. So our brand is uniquely positioned to be involved in that form of entertainment, where we're really offering audiences and patrons the option of seeing films at home or in theaters, and also having the best of what you love about the movies brought to your home as well, not only with movies, but with concessions.
Popcorn, candy?
Popcorn.
Yes. Is it kind of gourmet, or is it your basic movie popcorn, or?
Yeah, so about a year ago, we started Cinelounge Gourmet Popcorn. We have over 10 blends of movie-themed popcorn, which is so fun. Some of our blends include Popcorn of the Living Dead, which is our horror blend. Once Upon a Time in Popcorn.
Is it red?
Which is our Western blend. Apocalypse Now, which is our jalapeno Vietnam hot blend.
Ouch.
Papadile Dundee, which is our Aussie blend. Eternal Popcorn of the Spotless Mind, which is our Lover's blend of rosemary salted caramel. Natural Corn Killers, which is our natural sea salt plain brand. Truffaut Truffle. Crouching Tiger Hidden Popcorn.
And what's that?
Art House Gold. I can keep going. We have 10 amazing blends. We now sell our gourmet popcorn all over the country.
Okay.
Because movies and popcorn go together.
Absolutely.
And my opinion is popcorn has been a highly undervalued aspect of the cinema experience.
It's funny you say that, because there was a group of us watching something on, I don't know, Disney Plus or something. And we all thought, what's missing? The movie theater popcorn. And we haven't had it for 8 months now? So I definitely miss it. So I'm curious. So there's so many questions. So let's come back to the popcorn. When you got this theater, is it like a huge house? Did you find a theater that was for sale, or did you create it from scratch, or what?
When I first started, I found the former Egyptian 2 and 3 theater right next to the Egyptian. So it was a 2-plex that became a 1-plex, and it was a 95-seat house. So I started there for about 5 years, and then I moved 5 blocks to Sunset Boulevard, where I built a state-of-the-art gourmet cinema at 50 seats. And then after that, one screen, yeah. And then we opened a.
What year was this? What year did you get the Egyptian, and then what year did you do the new place?
I got the arena next to the Egyptian in 2010. Mm-hmm. And I kept going there till 2017. And then the new place, which is Cinelounge Sunset, we opened in 2017. And we were every night showing new films and classics up until the pandemic
Right.
closures, kind of like from March 15th.
When you say new films, are we talking like the A-list blockbusters? Are we talking about just independent films? What do we?
We're talking new independent films. I never played studio blockbusters because I'm like 2 blocks from ArcLight, and they were
Oh,
giving all the films to them and the Chinese. Um, I get new films from like Saban Films.
hmm,
Um, I am one of those theaters where you're seeing a film that's available on Amazon or on cable, and it says also in theaters. That's me.
okay. So you're kind of in between the Lemley group and say the AMC. One does all the blockbusters, one does all the the oneers, the films that are trying to get their attention. So you're like in the middle.
Yeah, yeah. I would certainly be leaning towards the Lemley type of films, which are, I play a similar. I play art. I play foreign films, new documentaries. I play new independents. I like horror. So in regards to, I don't think aforementioned exhibitors played much horror, but I certainly embraced the genre. And I also in what's what differentiates us from those other cinemas that you mentioned is we are really about community. And every weekend you get a chance to basically see the films and have the filmmakers be there. So I always wanted to create a place where the filmmakers and the audience could come together and really enjoy the process and come together, for the gift of storytelling. I mean, we love stories. We're story
Right.
addicts.
And you
That's why
mentioned
we love it.
the classics and monster films. Do they include like Frankenstein and Dracula and Creature from the Black Lagoon, that kind of thing?
I'll tell you, I'll give you an example of the type of programming that I do. So like when Joker came out last year, I played the 1929 silent film The Man Who Laughs, which was the silent German expressionist horror film that inspired the latest Joker. See, now that
Wow.
type of programming you really don't get anywhere. That's why I feel like movie theaters will survive, and whether it is evolving into a new modality, but we believe that an algorithm on a streaming site does not replace the personalization of human programming, and having an art house cinema in your neighborhood offering you great films that are relevant and pertinent, and being that bridge, like I said, Cinelounge, that bridge between not only between the audience and the storyteller. There needs to be the bridge there. There needs to be the
Right.
someone who says, and it's you. You are no different than I. We share the same commonality, which is, hey, I found something awesome. I want you to know about it. You and I are both coming from places of discovery for our audience base.
Right.
And we all need that. Otherwise, you're on YouTube, you're looking around, you don't know what to watch. You're on Netflix, you're scrolling, you don't know what to watch. Hulu,
There's so
Amazon,
much out
every
there.
there's too much out there. There's too much
Exactly.
content. What is the role of Sundance in the industry? What is the role of Cinelounge? To be places of influence, to be opinion leaders, to basically be thinning the herd of so much content that's out there. That's why Netflix loves Sundance, because they've already gone through the 15,000 movies and found the best.
Right.
Similar with Cinelounge, where what I'm programming 25, 30, and it's going to be upwards of probably 200 films a month when we launch our streaming platform. But it's all going to be personal. It's all going to have pre-rolls with the filmmakers talking to you, and you get the sense of, this is why you need to check this out. And that's where you and I are no different.
Right. So your films, when you show them, you get like little documentaries, so to speak, of the director talking about the project, or are they actually at the theater, or what? How's that work?
All the above.
Wow.
All the above. we're really a great community. We're like a best kept secret for movie lovers and cinephiles in Hollywood.
You are, and that's me.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you. That's why I'm so glad to be here.
Okay. I'm curious. I'm just questions off the top of my head. Do you do things like, I miss it because I haven't seen it in a long time? Things like, where they do the Rocky Horror Picture Show screening where the audience, you do things like that, or is it?
I have not done Rocky Horror because they wouldn't give it to me.
Okay. Now that I've never heard.
For some reason in Los Angeles, Fox would only, at the time, only gave it to one theater. Like, even though I was 10 miles away, there was, a clearance issue. So they didn't give it. But I will play similar types of films. I'll give you an example. I played Batman the movie, the original. And we had the Batmobile. Oh, no, Adam West.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
On the big screen. I've never seen it on the big screen.
We had the Batmobile show up. We had Tom Kenny from SpongeBob and Dana Gould do live commentary, which it was hilarious. It was such an amazing night. People 3 years later still talk about it. So,
wow.
Those are magic moments.
Wow. Did you get the Batmobile from like the George Barris people, or when was this? What's that?
Tom Woodruff Jr.
Oh, I don't know who that is. Okay. Anyway, let's go back to, okay, you've got this great new location. You got this great new theater. Let's ignore the pandemic for a little bit. And then you decide you want to do the specialty popcorn. And you mentioned it's your own brand. How does a theater owner like yourself, or an entrepreneur like that, say, you know what, I'm going to make themed popcorns? And did you have to get the rights to call them that?
No, because it's parody.
Oh, I love that parody law.
Me too. In fact, I wrote a musical called Octomom the Musical in 2009, and that's how we were able to do it. It was a complete parody and satire.
Wow. Okay, so when coming up with
that on YouTube, by the way.
What's that?
Octomom the Musical, if you're so inspired.
Is that on your YouTube channel?
It's not. You'd have to search Octomom the Musical on YouTube, and you'd find I uploaded the whole musical many years ago. It's pretty good. It still holds up, I think.
Okay, I got to check it out.
So to answer your question, it's parody, and these are. I basically wanted to make. I saw no popcorn product out there that was movie influenced, that created the connection between movies and popcorn. And I wanted to do it in a fun way. I also wanted to be personalized, so you knew where it was coming from, and that you knew that every bag sold helps new filmmakers continue to tell stories on the big screen with us. So it has a call to action, a personalization to it. It's really a superior product than anything that's out there. And you can find our Cinelounge popcorn on our website. We sell direct and we ship within the same week, and you can experience it yourself and you be the judge. It's quite a day.
Do they come in tins, or how do you package them?
You know what? I was going to run and get a bag for you to show you, but I don't want to leave the screen. So maybe we'll look on it on our website.
Wait. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to pause. We'll be right back. And we'll be back to our regularly scheduled program after I bring you this brief announcement from Christian Meoli and Cinelounge. There he is. There's Mr. Meoli himself, as well as Cinelounge, one of the rooftop experiences that you can enjoy. His website is cinelounge.com, so make sure you check it out. And let's go back. And we're back. Okay, now for those of you who want to see this popcorn, Christian. Oh my. Is that a foil bag?
Beautiful packaging.
It's a foil bag? What is it?
This is is it a foil bag? Yes, it is a foil bag.
Wow, that means it's fresh.
Keeps the popcorn fresh for 2.5 to 3 months. It's has a Ziploc bag. It's pre-sealed, so it's sealed fresh, and then we ship it across the country.
Hold it up again. Do I see you on the cover? Is that you? That is you.
That's me.
Oh, cool. Gee, I wish I had my own popcorn line. What flavor is that?
This is mesquite smoked cheddar.
Okay. I'll take 3, please. Anyway. Boy, there's so much here. So I wish I would have known. When did you do this Batman thing with the Batman the movie?
I did it 3 years ago.
Okay. I'm going to geek out on you again because, I absolutely would have loved to have been there. So
Wow.
anyway, so I got to get the geek out of me. So next time you do it, I want to be there.
You got it. Well, you know Phil Sokoloff, so that's I think you're going to have an invitation to everything we do now.
Yes, actually, I interviewed Phil, so everybody check out my interview with him. He's a publicist, actor who actually promotes a lot of projects, including Christian. So, okay, we've done the popcorn. Let's because everybody's probably wondering. Let's do a quick jump to your website here, and there is Christian's website. It says Arena Cinelounge. Is that part of the name or just something?
Yeah. So our first, that's basically the name of our theater, Arena Cinelounge, and our overall brand is Cinelounge.
Okay, now these films that I'm looking at, are these available to stream or?
These are films that we're screening at our new drive-in that we opened a few days ago in Hollywood.
We didn't talk about that. Okay, pandemic rolls in, theaters shut down, everything shuts down, birds shut down, everything shuts down. So you had to. What did you think in March and April? What was going through your head when you realized this is not going away in a week, and you had your theater? So what was going on there?
Panic and immense fear, and the sense that, like everyone else, like it was just going to be 2 weeks, or it was going to be 3 weeks, or come June. It was the beginning of June, and the governor of California made guidelines for theaters to reopen. And at that point, I was like, "It's about time. Let's do this." And I was ready to open indoors come mid-June, and literally, I was following the state's guidelines for social distancing. I invested thousands in air purification, air purifiers with the medical grade air filters.
How about your counters and ticket booth? Was that?
Yeah, we put up the plexiglass. I mean, we were ready to go in June, and we were not allowed to reopen. And about a month afterwards, I thought, I want to extend my business outdoors. I need to set up a drive-in. And at that point, and LA was doing the al fresco thing where every restaurant could just open, put tables outside and start serving. And I reached out. I said, can you help me? I want to go outside. They had nothing for drive-in movie theaters ongoing. All they had were special events. I was able to, come August, they finally came up with rules and guidelines for drive-in theaters. I submitted in the beginning of September. It took me until the end of November to get approved, and it was a real long process. But I'm grateful, and I'm grateful that I'm able to show movies again in the heart of Hollywood, and I'm asking viewers and everyone to show us some love. That you can see new films in a safe environment, in a classic drive-in. It's exclusive. It's limited capacity. I'm doing kind of like a mini drive-in. It's 20 cars, and because of that, it feels more special to me, and we do
And
Go ahead.
do you have a vendor there selling your popcorn?
Well, we're selling our popcorn, and we set up. If you go to our website, you'll see you can see you can order your drive-in concessions, and we'll deliver them to the car. So we
Awesome.
have all 10 blends are represented, and this is a reveal just for you. This week we have limited edition 2 new holiday blends, gingerbread and hot chocolate, and they're only going to be available at the drive-in. People may think we're crazy, Lorenzo. I'm telling you, this popcorn is so good. You're going to come to the drive-in for the popcorn and stay for the movie.
I believe it. I'm a popcorn fan, so I tell you. Wow. Okay, so you go online, you get your tickets for the movie at the drive-in. It's limited, so I imagine they're selling fairly quickly.
They're selling out. Yeah, they're selling out quick. We also.
Is it a different movie every night?
It's 3. We're playing 3 new films, so we have 3 films on the screen per night, and we do 7-day engagements. Sometimes we'll do special events as well. So like this week.
When you say 3 films per night, you mean 3 2-hour movies? That's 6 hours.
3 90-minute movies.
Okay.
That's 4.5 hours.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Oh, because it's a drive-in, how did you work the audio part? How does the audio work?
Well, the audio is transmitted to everyone's cars via FM radio.
Oh, so full stereo.
Full stereo, and we've got a 30-foot screen, and we've got delivery of concessions to your car. It's really a very safe and very cool experience to come to us because no other drive-in offers delivery to the car.
Right, and I'm sure it's safe. It's going to be safe for your employees and the car, right? They're coming with masks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great.
We're under county guidelines, so we're disinfecting everything. We're disinfecting every concession before it's placed in the bag. We're disinfecting our restrooms on the hour. So for me, safety, and I mean, full disclosure, I have OCD. So for me, this is like, stuff that I normally have done over my life. So it's like, feel like everybody's just catching up with my OCD cleanliness.
Wow. Okay. What's funny is I was thinking, because I wanted to know how they can do the audio. So basically, you have to have your car running a little bit, or just the electric part, whatever it is. Because back in my parents' day, they put a little steel box on the window, and that was.
Remember that?
I don't remember it, but my parents tell me all about it.
Yeah.
I'm old, not that old. Okay, so back to your site. I'm going to jump to it just because I'm hungry. I'm going to go to your popcorn link. Let's see what happens here. Wow. New.
So that's our newest blend, Papadile Dundee. They're the bags. Everyone, your guests can order them, your audience.
Oh, so it's two for 16? Is that what it is?
Correct.
Oh, that's cool. That was my next question. Were they affordable? Truffaut.
It's $8 a bag. And it is, let me tell you, because I know firsthand, we're sourcing our materials from all over the country. Example, our Truffaut truffle. Our truffle comes from Napa Valley. It's from a really high caliber vineyard there. So you're getting ingredients from our popcorn it's just superior. It's top notch. And that's the difference. It's not like First Street's, Smart and Final type of popcorn. We're talking like I wanted to legitimately create the best popcorn on the planet. Like that's been my focus.
I love that. Look at this.
Oh, the ad's so great.
Do I know him? He looks familiar.
That's Carl Solomon. He's been in a number of great comedy films. He was also the star of the Adult Swim series Tropical Cocktails.
Okay. Now, where is this specialty popcorn I don't see? The
Which one?
holiday. The holiday.
Well, the holiday is only going to be available at the drive-in, and we're getting it this week. So I'm going to be putting it. So if you clicked on order drive-in concessions, our drive-in menu would pop up. And
Order.
if you were at the drive-in, that's how you would place your order.
Where do I see that? Or where do I see that? Order. Oh,
Top
up here.
left,
Uh-oh.
if you click that, you'll see a menu pop in.
Oh, okay.
You choose what time you're attending the film with us.
All right. Let's just say 4:30 on Thursday. No?
Yeah, you say 5 o'clock on Thursday. You confirm your time. And then you've got your choice of combo deals that we offer.
Oh, wow. Okay. It's official. I'm hungry. All right. So this is, where am I going? Let's go back home. So these are the films. I assume you click on the film and it'll give you its schedule, or how does that work?
Yeah, it'll show you that you can click on the film. It'll give you its schedule and synopsis plus a trailer. So this one film, Angie Lost Girls. This is a very important new film about the subject of human trafficking. We're going to be opening it this Friday, and I do recommend to your viewers, if they get a chance, this is one of those independent films that people need to see. And
Wow.
it's from Artists for Change, which is a wonderful organization here in LA, and they are tackling this subject matter with compassion. So that there's an example of our site, how you can get tickets for that film, Angie Lost Girls, and here's some pictures, the drive-in, the address, and also that that logo, which is right above the Google Maps, is very important. And that logo is right above there.
And
you can scroll up.
Oh, welcome
so
to
this
the
is
movie.
Cinema Safe. So Cinema Safe is the National Association of Theater Owners laid out guidelines for our industry to present movies in as safe as a manner as possible. And this was set up during the summer, so the general public could see that the movie industry is ahead of maintaining safety and compliance during this pandemic.
Wow. Very nice. Wow. And that's the guidelines for all theaters in the country, or just California?
Those are guidelines that theaters have the choice of committing to and making a pledge to uphold. And that Cinema Safe pledge is now being upheld by over 500 theaters across the country, 500 different theater companies, movie theater companies. Yeah, no, it's the standard. And I bring it up, Lorenzo, because a lot of people do not know that Cinema Safe is out there. And
Right.
It is an awareness challenge, because earlier in the summer, even recently in the fall, there's been a lot of news that stated that movie theaters were a high risk to attend. Right. With Cinema Safe, that really kind of balances, and challenges that pre-existing notion. For me, theaters are very safe to see films, but as we know, theaters indoors are still closed. So that's why we've established our drive-in, which is completely safe. And as LA is like now in another lockdown, we are still permitted to screen films because everyone's in their car. So right. it's an extreme, it is a safe right. way to, you don't have to stay home. You can go out and see films.
And even in your car, you're practicing the whole safe measures for staff, the cleaning, the whole bit. So that's awesome. And the popcorn's all compact, so everything's protected. So it's like Okay.
Everything's prepackaged. All of our drinks, everything is. There's nothing. It's all prepackaged for everyone. We put it in a safety bag.
Are
It's
the
so
drinks
important. I want everyone to feel safe.
are the
Yeah, the
drinks
drinks are all prepackaged.
canned? So a
Yeah,
bottle?
yeah, and bottles.
Okay.
Um, we have an assortment. I mean, we have 6 different teas. Lorenzo, I'm telling you, my concession stand is there's nobody does. I've got like 4 different sparkling waters. I've got. I like giving audience members the option. I like giving you a different. You like tea. You like it unsweetened. You like black jasmine. You like green tea. Hey, we got it.
Wow. Okay. All right, let's go back. I was popping up. I don't know if you saw there your Cinelounge YouTube channel. What's this all about? I see the commercial there. Um,
Oh, you know what? The Cinelounge YouTube channel is a great source where we put up all of our trailers for films that we screen. We also have been going into the back catalog and editing and posting a number of Q&As and red carpets that we've had at our venue. So it really is. It's the YouTube channel is a great place to see the type of content as well as find exclusive content that we have. I'll give you an example. We have this 100 Bloody Acres, this Q&A. This was such a treat. You've got Damon Herriman, who was he played Charles Manson in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. You've got Angus Sampson, they made this great indie film. It's a comedy about 2 brothers called 100 Bloody Acres about 8-9 years ago. We did a special screening in earlier this year. We brought out the cast, the producer right there, and it was just a really great night. This is one of those films that we become champions of, and you get to see also, like in this one, we put up some additional information that you can get during this interview. So subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's really a great place to find cool things that are under the radar.
Now, can you do stuff like this with the drive-in? I guess you can't because you don't have the social distancing.
Well, we need to do this. So we need to separate everybody, keep everybody by 6 feet. We are set up at the drive-in to be able to do talkbacks, and so we will be doing that actually this week, where the filmmakers will be coming to see Angie Lost Girls.
Wow. Okay, because I do the press a lot, and when the world was normal, I did a lot of reviewing of movies and TV and film and theater, a lot of live theater. How can press cover this? I mean, is this something we can do, or is it you don't do a live streaming?
Sure. I mean, you can cover the films. The films are, I mean, these are great films that are seeking people like yourself. So other audiences can discover them. So you can check out these films. In regards to the Q&As and our activity that we have going on, the best way to get connected is to join our social media channels. That's where we're on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're posting pretty regularly all the information. We're posting new films, trailers. So I would say, connect with us at Cinelounge and really, become a part of our community.
Okay, here's a thought put in your head. When you get these panels together, do you think we could do a Zoom meeting about the movie? The best thing would be do it before the premiere of the film, so you can use it as a promo tool. But I would love to have the opportunity to talk to the filmmakers and the actors, or kind of situation. Do you think
We'll set it up?
Really?
Yeah.
Cool. Because then I know Phil has sent out the notices, but my question has always been how can you involve press now? Because print is pretty much gone, and we can't be in the same room anymore. Well, practically. So I'm like, that would be wonderful, especially at films like this. But
Yeah.
okay, let's talk. Okay, let's. You had sent me some images too, and I want to really quick get into them. This is, of course, their logo. Is that your standard? I mean, do you do the black on white, or does it change color?
It changes color. It's actually a rebranding that we just did prior to our drive-in launch. I'm very proud of it, and special shout out to our friend Corey who really helped us shape this brand. It's all about clarity in the marketplace, and for me,
And,
establishing kind
and
of our
branding
C and Cinelounge
and
is
branding.
really clean.
It's really nice. All right, now
Thank you.
who's this guy? Who's this guy here?
That would be my twin brother, Schmishchen. Schmishchen Meoli.
Now,
He
is
was,
this in your theater? Is this inside?
this is in my theater in Hollywood. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it's
I like this.
beautiful theater. It's like a first class screening room. That's how I modeled it.
Okay, are they, it looks like they're leather seats, right?
Yeah, they're pleather seats. And you just picture me at night, just putting the lather on the disinfectant on the seats. That's me. I was just there. I've loved those seats so much. They look brand new because I'm there. You're making sure that the pleather is of the top quality.
Yikes. Okay, now this is you said behind the Egyptian Theater in Hollywood, right?
No, this
No?
is a shot from the outdoor rooftop cinema that we have with our strategic partnership with the Montalban. So we have a 200-seat rooftop cinema that we also we show special event films, classics, and that is located at Hollywood and Vine. So you can see the famous Broadway Hollywood
Right.
sign
Is
in the
that
background.
you said the rooftop? That's on the roof?
Yeah, that's the rooftop of the Montalban at 1615 Vine Street.
Wow. And that is that baby on the big screen?
That is, I believe that's a scene from Sleepaway Camp.
Oh, it kind of looks like
Or the-
what's her name from Dirty Dancing?
oh yeah, sure.
I can't remember her name. But what? Anyway,
Jennifer
Jennifer
Jennifer Grey.
Jennifer Grey. Okay. All right. Wow. On rooftops. Now this is the one that's behind the Egyptian.
This is our drive-in. It's 20 vehicles. We opened it just a few days ago. It's located, but you're not counting the spots, are you? Did we catch you counting spots, Lorenzo?
I'm
So
just checking.
we are. This is a rendering. It's pretty much spot on. I wanted to create a mini drive-in, an exclusive location in the center of everything, where you didn't have to drive 45 minutes or an hour out of town to see a film. And we have succeeded here. This location is actually where we first started, so it feels like it's a bit of a homecoming for us
Right.
at
Now,
Cinelounge.
is the screen a standard drive-in screen, or did you have to build that special, or what?
It's not one of those blow-up screens. We did it special. We hung it on the wall. So it's a 30-foot screen, outdoor screen.
Okay. Is it digital projection, or are you doing film projection?
Yes.
Digital? Okay.
Yeah, no, it's digital projection. I have a very strong 12,000 lumen projector with a short throw. It makes it a real bright, crisp image. And I went to a couple drive-ins. I was not a fan of how far I had to be. I was not a fan of the layout, the setup. So here, our rows, you're really kind of on it's really spread out, and nobody's like looking into your car. I wanted to feel special. I wanted to feel,
So
cool.
are they parking every other space? Is that how you're doing it?
Yeah, we're parking every other space, but we're keeping it. We're keeping the 6-foot distance, but also sight lines to the screen separate the vehicles as well. But
Very
it's
cool.
really I mean, in regards to a drive-in experience, it's similar to Cinelounge, other things with Cinelounge, where we're just striving for the best.
Okay, I see popcorn.
those are some great kids who came for a special event screening we did with Kristen Chenoweth last winter, and they're holding a couple of our bags of popcorn. I mean, look, the packaging is so much fun that kids just get a real kick out of it.
Okay, you're not going to throw out Kristen Chenoweth and not tell me why she was there.
So Kristen Chenoweth came by for a special influencer screening with the Mommies, which is an influencer group of moms. And it was a Hallmark movie that she starred in last Christmas. So it was such a beautiful event, Lorenzo. Kristen Chenoweth came. So first off, she came, she looked at me and she was like, "Are you in the movie Alive?" And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "That's one of my favorite movies." She gave me a big hug. She was so sweet.
Oh, wow.
And the audience came, these mothers, and she did a special Q&A with them afterwards. And one of the mothers asked if she could sing to Kristen. And she brought her up, and they ended up doing this very special duet for this small audience, which was it was such a gem. And I'm telling you, over and over again, that's what Cinelounge is about. I did a benefit for this school. We had Amy Adams come in, and she sang to all the kids, and they watched the Muppet movie. Where else are you going to get this?
You mean the Muppets, the reboot?
Yeah, the Muppets, the reboot.
Yes, and I loved it. I love that. That's the only one I liked. What's his name? Co-wrote it and produced it, I believe. The star.
I'm a big fan of what's his name.
How I Met Your Mother guy. What's his name?
I know. I think he changed it to what's his name. I think that's his legal name now. What's his name?
Sorry,
He goes by what's H name. And his brother's is really funny too. What's his name?
Okay, stop. Okay, now there's my guy. There's Sir Patrick Stewart. Now what was he doing?
Okay, this was like a main highlight to 2020 before the pandemic. We ran a very special film titled Coda, which stars Sir Patrick Stewart, and Katie Holmes. Such a beautiful film.
Wow.
Patrick Stewart came by for opening weekend. He did Q&As and introductions. And you know what? For those whose radar it was on, they were very lucky indeed to come out and get to meet Sir Patrick Stewart at this screening.
Wow. And how was he? How was his presentation?
Gentleman. A gentleman. It was. I had an incredible dialogue with him. Before he left, he held my hand and said, "Let's do this again." And I said, "You got it."
I'd say yes, sir. What are you doing tomorrow night? No, just kidding. Wow. Okay. Now I've been completely enlightened. Phil has told me about Cinelounge and the changes and stuff, and I've even inquired about how are movie theaters adapting to all this, because I'm not far from the Lemley and AMC, and it's like I miss going to the movies and that whole experience. So I applaud anybody who can raise above and beyond and obviously still make some money on it and fulfill that need to see those big screen movies. That's amazing. How would do you have a big staff? Is it
No, I can't. I'm a small business. I mean, I'm a small business movie theater. There's not very many of us out there. I have a staff of 5.
Okay. Wow. Yeah, because I imagine
I call them team members. I call them team because it's really we all help each other in running the place.
So I'm curious, what does one have to do to get that really cool jacket you're wearing? Anyway.
Wow.
Is it? What's on the back? Oh, no, that's nice. That's nice. Is that what do you call it? A screening, silk screening, or is that a patch or what?
Embroidery. Yeah, it's embroidered. We just got them, so I I think people are loving them. I think we're gonna make some, and let's see if you've been a good boy or not this year, Lorenzo. Santa might be bringing you some gifts from
Really?
Cinelounge.
Really? Like that cheese popcorn? Anyway, uh, no, I mean, I always encourage people who, or businesses that have that, because when I do like, when the world was normal way back when, I would wear their, like wear their jackets or whatever, and I would do the live interviews and stuff. And, I loved it because most of the stuff is really cool. I'm a hat guy too. So if you ever get hats,
Yeah, look at that.
um,
That's Endeavor space shuttle, huh? That's cool.
when they brought her here for permanent docking, so to speak.
Remember that? Oh, remember that when they
Oh,
drove the Endeavor through LA? That was
yeah.
that was news.
The trees they had to chop down. They did because the wingspan. But anyway, wow. Okay, so for those, what would you tell people in terms of how much of it, like the holiday season, or say the first part of the new year? I'm sure you've got a lineup of films for January, February, March, and all that stuff. Get the tickets early. Get your popcorn early. How does that work?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you. What's interesting is I would say if you want to have great snacks for the holiday season,
Uh-oh.
I highly recommend purchasing some Cinelounge popcorn, and also a impeccable gift to give for the holidays is Cinelounge popcorn, because it's so much fun and you can't go wrong with popcorn. I mean, people love it. It's a $1 billion industry. Cut me off a slice of that. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Going to the movies, yes, I do recommend buying tickets early because we do sell out. I am programming a great Christmas holiday milieu. I'm calling it a Shane Black Christmas, and we are screening all of the Shane Black films that take place at Christmas time, which is Lethal Weapon, The Long Kiss Goodnight,
Ooh.
The Last Boy Scout, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang,
Ooh.
Iron Man 3. All of
Iron Man
those Shane
3.
Black films he directed or wrote and take place during Christmas time. So I've been wanting. So we're doing a Shane Black Christmas. We're going to screen these great films December 25th to the 28th. So I would recommend, if people want like an action holiday, to come out and come
Now,
to the drive-in in Hollywood.
is this 3 films? You're going to pair 3 films together, or how are you doing it? Or one film a night?
Well, you can't do. You got to do singles, because they don't want people to just stay for like double features or triple features. You're not allowed. How about that? The county said can't do double features.
Okay.
That's where we are.
It's
So
funny.
we're doing singles.
It's funny. I would think the studios would not want that, not the, because they're all different companies, right?
I believe that the county was, basically thought that they didn't want they didn't want people to basically be there for longer than a couple hours.
Right. Wow. Very cool. I tell you, I learned so much today. I had no idea how broad and big and how amazing you've pretty much turned it around. Would you say
Lorenzo, thank you so much. People need to know what's going on.
Absolutely.
That there are people like you and me out there, and what we're doing, and I'm grateful to. Go ahead.
You're not getting away with this though, because everybody who's been watching this show for 45, 50 minutes now, Jar Jar Binks is behind you. We got to talk a little bit about him.
I love Jar Jar Binks.
Okay, number one, what is that? And I believe he does something, right? Uh-oh, the other way. Almost. Oh my God.
It's like Gene Krupa.
Okay. What? Yeah, he knocks out your audio when he's playing. So what is it? Like a action figure or an animatronic toy? What is it? What?
It's
Motion activated, apparently?
it's an old school toy from the 90s. I found it at an antique store.
Really? Okay.
How about that?
Hey, I'm not a Star Wars fan myself, so anyway, see, audience are
Love
going to
it.
like this kind of stuff. We talk about everything. So, anyway, Christian, I want to thank you again for doing the show. This is amazing. I definitely, hopefully, everybody will go to your website and click on. I believe there's an email notification thing, as well as
Yeah.
a YouTube channel to learn what's going on. I will be getting hopefully those press notices from Phil and yeah, that jacket, extra large, and that cheese popcorn. Anyway, but anyway, thanks again for doing the show, and I'm putting your information below here so people can click on it right away. If you have any questions or comments, put them below. If I can answer them, I will. I'll forward them to Christian if I can't answer them, and then you'll get your answer. So. Anyway, check out my other shows that I have here. I have also Unboxing the Geek Authority, where I open stuff for the first time. And you see it and I see it for the first time. I have Talk About, where friends and family get together and talk about various subjects. One of the subjects happened to be the closing of Disneyland and California Adventure. It ended up being a 3-part thing because it was really emotional. And then, of course, there's, what's my other show? The Geek Authority's Mysterious Chamber of Collectibles. I have way too many shows to keep track of, where I show you what I've been hiding in my closet for the 40 years that I've been alive, and I've got some really old stuff. So anyway, again, thanks for watching. Christian, thank you so much. This was so much fun, and we are going to stay in touch, if that's okay.
Thank you, Lorenzo. Thank you, Geek Authority.
Yeah, tell everyone bye. We're leaving. Bye.